Okay. Okay, who's having fun today?
Me!
Who wants to have more fun?
Me!
Always more fun. Well, you can't have any more fun than this friend of mine right here. Thornton Klein, we have known each other for almost 40 years. A long time. Now, how many of you guys like to play music? Any kind of... Whoa! We're going to leave and go record some albums and have some fun. Anybody like to read? Everybody likes to read and play music. Well, that's great. Now, what happens when you combine reading and music together? What?
You can make a book.
You can make a book.
Is there anybody that would like to write a book or likes to write a book?
All right, that's great. Well, if you take music and you take writing books and writing songs and making songs, words for other people, and putting all that together, it's almost like what? It's almost like magic, right? It's like magic, isn't it? You do something like that. Well, my friend started the idea of doing these books that were like magic. And they were made magic partly because of the music and partly because of the words. So meet him. Come over here. What's your name, Bob? Tom?
Thornton Klein.
Thornton Klein.
This is a newest
Thornton
book.
Klein, his newest book, The Amazing
Magical Musical Plants. I know everybody loves plants. Don't they? I love them. Yeah, it's all they're all our friends, right? Well, thank you very much, Scott. And this is my sister over here. I thank her for her help. And also.
And remember, everybody, of course, has the internet, right? You know how to get on the internet and study and do everything? You can always go see him at ThorntonKlein.com. ThorntonKlein.com. Anytime from
Anytime you
anywhere.
check out my books or anything.
Oh, you can even see yourselves maybe even on there. Who knows?
Now,
anyway.
This is also available everywhere too. Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, all the different stores. However, I will have these available here that helps the library out. Like if anybody either wanted to buy one or the teachers, anybody like to buy one, they're $20. I give them $5 back to the library. Okay. And my latest book will be out. Actually, it's out today, but it's not in my hands yet. It's called The Amazing Incredible Shrinking Guitars. Anybody play guitar or think about guitar? You love guitar, right? Well, that's coming out. It's actually out already. All right, so let me tell you about it. I wrote this book, co-wrote this book with a woman named Crystal Bowman. Crystal lives in Winter Park, Florida, which is near Disney World. Anybody been to Disney World? Yes. She lives near Disney World. And listen to this. She's written not 1 or 10 children's books. She has over 100 best-selling children's books. Some of them have gone up to #1. And she came up to me one day and said she liked the way I wrote books and everything, and she wanted to know if I would write a book with her. Of course, I was very honored. I want to write with somebody that has had a lot of hits and everything. And I told her about this idea, and she loved it. It's a true story, so I'm going to tell you about the true story that happened. But first, I'm going to tell you the story of the amazing magical musical plants. So everybody listen and watch up here, and I'll need some volunteers to help me. Some people to help me, some good helpers.
Helpers.
Everybody wants to help, and maybe I can have the teachers assist me on who to call in. Okay. So anyway, everybody, meet Mr. Jones. Well, Mr. Jones here. Is anybody in here? What grades are we in here?
First grade.
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters that maybe would be in fifth grade?
Oh.
Anybody in fifth grade? That's 10-year-old, 11-year-old, something like that. Anybody? Okay. All right. Well, this is Mr. Jones. Meet Mr. Jones. He has no hair. His hair's all shaved off. He has a yellow bow tie and brown plaid sports coat. Well, he carries this thing with him. What's this thing?
A baton.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a couple of people have said this is a stick. Well, it's more than just a stick. And so what do I do with it? What does he do? What does Mr. Jones do with it? Yes, back there. Yeah, make songs and lead what? People that sing, dance, sing, and also people that play in an orchestra or band. Isn't that cool? So, anyway, he's a funny guy. Mr. Jones is a funny guy, usually, and he's happy. But he hasn't been happy lately, guys. Guess why he's not happy? Anybody want to guess? Well, Because his students aren't wanting to practice. There's some of his students there. This, everybody beat. This is Iris, and this is Jack. And what are they playing? Iris is playing the clarinet. Has anybody seen that? And the flute. This is Jack playing the flute. Okay, so meet them. All right, now they are not wanting to practice very much. Now, how many? I'm gonna pick 2 or 3 people and tell me what kind of things you like to do. What do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing? Just what do you like to do? Anything like this? Play guitar? Okay. All right. All right. If you play guitar, if you want to be really super, super good, great, amazing, guess what you have to do? You have to practice and play over and over and over, but you can make it fun. It doesn't have to be boring. Okay? All right, over here. Play piano. Well, the same thing is called what? P for practice. We need to practice. I know you hear people say, practice your instrument, practice, but it doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun. You can make it fun. Somebody way here in the back. You're right here in the green room. All instruments? Okay, well, if you do that, I actually play 8 instruments. Can you believe it? I play them well. I don't just dabble with them. I actually practice and work with them. And I get hired to play them and everything. Well, if you want to be good on something, you need to practice. And I started when I was 5 years old on the piano. That was my first instrument. Okay? Everybody put their hands down just a minute. Now, I want to show you this. So, he was having trouble getting his students to practice. So, guess what he did? Mr. Jones, look what he has there. He has a pot, a bunch of pots there, okay? So, he found something. Where are my magic? I may have those in my briefcase. I should have brought those out. And he found a bunch of these. Look, these are called the amazing plant seeds. Can anybody see that? Can you see up there? Look at that. Isn't that neat? And he discovered these, Mr. Jones, in an old antique store inside a trombone case. Everybody knows what like a junk store, a trombone, like an antique store where old things you find them. Well, he discovered these, and he says, I wonder if these will work. So you know what he did? He took. I need a volunteer. Let's see, somebody right here. Back there, the first one went up in the black shirt right here. This girl right here. Can you come on up? That's okay. I need. Okay, I want you to hold that right there. Thank you. And why don't you come on up right here? Come on up. Be careful. Don't trip over anything there. And come on over here. And now I need a seed planter. Who could plant my seeds? Could you come right here and play it? Seeds. Okay, so look at this, everybody. Look at this. This is cool. Now, everybody, see what's in there. It's soil in there, okay? All right. And you got this plant. He says, I wonder if these seeds will work. So, would you take this and put some seeds? There's real seeds in here, okay? Would you put those in there? Just dump some in there. Good. They come out, but there's some real seeds in there. There you go. Now can you put some in over there? Isn't that cool? Okay, you got one in there. That's good. Okay, so now you can hold on to that, and you can stand there. Everybody can see. Stand here so everybody can see everything. See the plants and seeds and everything. Okay, so he said, I wonder if this will work. So he put them together. Look, he put everything together in the pots, the seeds and everything. And guess what he did next? He took it to his class. And he took 20 of them. How many is 20 of them? That's quite a lot. He took 20 of them. This is 10 and 20. He put 20 pots together, look, of seeds in pots, okay? And he told his class, he said, everyone take one of these and go home, and he said, give it sunlight. Who can be my sunlight? Let's be my sunlight. You're going to be my sunlight because there's no sunlight in here, okay? So we need to do this sunlight, okay? So can you give us some, and you can stay over here so we can give them some sunlight, both of these right here. Okay, good. So he said, Mr. Jones said, give them sunlight. And he said, where's the bottle of water that he used? Thank you. Did you find that?
You're not sitting nicely.
Okay.
You're not.
Let me have somebody in the back here. Why don't you have a fellow with the shamrock right there? Yeah. Come on up here. Okay. So he said you have to water it. Look it. You have to water the plants. He told the students to water and look like this, and to give them sunlight. And what else do you need to give them? There's some, here, you go over here and put some more water. Right there. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. There you go. Okay, good. All right. So, now class, he said to go home and practice, everybody, practice, and play for them. And everybody knows this song. Listen, everybody knows this song. This, you can sing along with me. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay? So listen, we're going to play this and we sing it, okay? So we're going to play for the plants, okay? So it's twinkle, twinkle,
little star,
how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high,
bright and shining
in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle,
little star, how I wonder what you are.
so do you think they heard us singing? The plants heard us singing? And they heard us playing. And so Mr. Jones wanted his students to practice in front of his plants, look, and play for them, and to give them what? What else did he give them? Sunlight. And what else? Water. And of course, not to mention TLC, which means tender loving care, just treating them right, and maybe give them some plant food too, but I didn't put that in the book. Okay, so the next thing is, so do you think do you think the kids, the students, took him seriously? Do you think they thought they should do it? Do you think they followed him, or do you think they didn't? What do you think they did? The what? Do you think they practiced? Okay, well, let's see. You don't think so? Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens. Look, listen. Listen up. Okay, so look. Some of the students, listen. Some of the students took it seriously, and Mr. Jones, and they actually practiced. And not only did they practice, they gave them sunlight, and they gave them, listen, they gave them water. And you know, everybody that does not talk and helps out and does really well, guess what? I'll call some more people up, volunteers that help out, helpers, okay? Not talking, okay? In just a minute, wait. So guess what? Some people took him seriously, Mr. Jones, and did the practicing and played for their plants. But then some people laughed at him, they thought, which is really rude. But they said, Mr. Jones, you must be playing a joke on us. You must be kidding us. Mr. Jones says, I kid you not. It's for real. You just watch and see. So watch what happens next. So, when the bell rang, look at this, everybody. When the school bell rang, the kids all left with their plants, right, in the pots. There's seeds in the pots. But guess what? Some of the people forgot about them. And guess what they did? They left them at home. They left the seeds at home. And so weeks passed, and some of the students practiced. Look how that's Jack, and Jack's playing for his kitty, Cat, and he's also playing for the pot of soil. So some of the people practiced and practiced. Iris did too. And they kept saying to they would say to Mr. Jones, we don't understand. We keep practicing. Nothing's happening. Are you just playing a joke on us? And you know what he said? He said, be patient. What does patient mean? What does patient mean?
You have to wait until it grows.
Right, wait, give it some time. Somebody asked me in the last library appearance I had, they said, how come it hasn't grown? I said, it's only been 30 minutes. How can a plant grow in 30 minutes? It's like, gosh, it's really quick. So, all right. So, he said, keep on practicing. So, here we go. Here's what happens. Watch. On Monday morning, Iris rushed into class and she said, my plant is growing. My plant is growing. So, I need another volunteer right here. Come on up. And this is what it started to look like when it started growing, when they started practicing. Isn't that cool? Well, Iris said her plant was growing, and Jack said his plant was growing. And look what this, and let's see, somebody in the back. How about in the red, right there, huh? Come on. And you can hold this up, show it to everybody side by side so they can see it. Okay, do you see that right there? Now there's where it's starting to grow. And this is Iris's. This is Jackson's, Iris's. Maybe we can step away here if it's wrong. There you go. Okay, good. All right. Now do you see what happens when they're practicing? They're starting to practice. And so they were really excited, both of Jack and Iris. So look what happens. And then many of the students were excited their plants were growing. But guess what? Does everybody know what kind of instrument that is? What's that instrument? Anybody know? What is it? A trombone. Trombone, you slide. It's called a trombone. It's lower. Okay. Well, these guys right here weren't practicing at all. Guess what? And Mr. Jones asked them if they did. They went, I don't know, you know. And so they didn't answer him. So Mr. Jones, the teacher, guess what he did? He found out a reason why they weren't practicing. Look, what is that back there? Look, can you see? Those are cubic cases. Can anybody see? But 3 back there, there's 3 dried pots. They're just sitting there. Guess what they did? They left them at school, at the band room, instead of taking them home. And so they're all dried up and didn't get any water or any sunlight. Isn't that sad? So nobody admitted to it, that they left their pots at home. Well, Mr. Jones says, we're going to find out. There's Mr. Jones. Friday, everybody bring your instrument and bring your plants. All your instruments and bring your plants. Because we're going to play for them, and we're going to see whose plants have been growing and see who's been practicing, whose plants are tall and thick and everything. So let's see what happens and who has the biggest plants. And so the next thing is here is that. Well, look at that. There's one of the trombone players, but a lot of the people practice all the time. Some people practice, some of the students practice 3 times. You know, when I tell my students, when I teach students music, and some of your age right here, and I tell them to practice only on the days they eat. Only on the days you eat. How many days is that?
A lot.
That's a lot. And they said, well, Mr. Klein, it's every day. Well, yeah, precisely. It's every day you sleep, every day you eat, every day you brush your teeth, whatever, okay? So they just practiced and practiced fiercely. And some of them practiced after school, and some people practiced way past their bedtime. So they really wanted to get those. What happened on Friday? Look at this. Jack and Iris and a couple of them brought their plants to school, and they were getting to be bigger. They were growing thicker and everything. And I need another pollinator.
Oh, there's a few.
See, who could we pick? Somebody maybe towards the back. Is anybody one of the teachers there? Could you pick somebody? How about? Come on up. Okay. So look at this. She's going to show you this. This is. Wow. Isn't that cool? They're growing, and guess why? Tell me again. Why are they growing? Somebody tell me. Why are they growing?
Because they're playing music and watermelon.
They're practicing with their instruments and playing to them. And then what else is going on? Anybody else? Yes.
They're putting them in care. They care for them.
They what?
They water them.
They water and care for them. Give them TLC, and then what else?
They gave them sunlight.
Sunlight. Great. Yeah, you're so good. Good audience. Okay. So, but he found out, Mr. Jones found out there's still some people that weren't practicing because their pots looked really like there wasn't anything in them. Look, you can't even. And they were the trombone players. I'm not trying to pick on trombone players, but these guys right here in the book were not practicing. And they said, well, Mr. Jones, we thought it was a joke. A joke? Wow. So you didn't take me seriously. So he said, well, let me play. Let me hear you play. So look what he did. He had the trombone players held their trombones up. Look at that. Can you see that? That's what a trombone looks like. If you haven't heard one, you need to listen to one. They're really cool sound. Well, look at that. When they started playing, guess what? The sprouts started coming up and growing and growing and growing. And the class said, go, let's play some more, play some more. So they kept cheering them on to play. And so guess what happened? Everybody started getting into playing for their plants. And pretty soon, Mr. Jones was happy. Look at Mr. Jones. He was very happy. He was very, very happy. Why was he happy? Tell me yes. Huh?
Because they kept on playing and they kept on feeding them.
And what happens when they keep playing? Well, do they get better or not as good?
They kept on growing and growing.
Right, and they got better too. They sounded better, like not many wrong notes, like when they were playing. The instruments, the band sounded better. So everybody was really excited. Everybody won because they were getting sound bad, like really out of tune and really bad. So see, can you see that now? Isn't that cool?
Whoa!
That is so cool. And over here now is what happens when you super practice.
Whoa. Manja.
Isn't that cool? It's pretty. Here, just hold it right here. Can you see that? This, just hold that right there. Okay, look at this. It's pretty heavy, pretty heavy. Okay, so you got from here, look, like there, you're going to there, to there, to there. Isn't that cool? And then that ends the story because everybody took him seriously from then on, Mr. Jones, and they practiced and they worked hard and they gave him sunlight and water and everything, and that's the end. And I need to ask some people, do you think it's true or false? I'll just put your hands down. Do you think it's true? You'll raise your hand in a minute. Do you think it's true that music can make plants grow? Is it true or false? Raise your hand those that say it's true. Okay, how many people, now put your hands down, how many people think that it's not true, it's false? Okay, well actually both sort of correct in a way. In this book, The Amazing Magical Musical Plants, in the book, music makes them grow, okay? But in actual reality, when we do actually one of those science studies, the scientific studies say that it's not music that does it, it's sound waves. Can anybody tell me what a sound wave is? Right there, what's a sound wave?
A sound wave is when the music, it's when the music emits a big sound.
Comes out of your voice when you say something, you speak or sing or make something. Okay, I'll need 2 volunteers. Somebody here with the glasses right here. You come on up. And maybe somebody over here on your side. Okay? Hey, would you hold this right here? Just be careful. Don't let it go. Evan, okay, Evan, would you hold that right there? Good. Okay. Yeah, so who's the other person? This is really cool. Come on over here. Okay, so can everybody see this now? Look, you come over here. Okay. She does? Okay, so this is Evan and what's your name? Shan. Okay. So now pull it back just a little bit. Don't let go of anything. Okay, so can everybody see this now? Look at this. Okay, so what happened? What am I doing when I go like this? Watch. What does that do? Somebody describe it? Right back there, what is it? It's making a sound wave. I couldn't bring a pond to you or a river or anything like that, you know, where you throw a pebble in a pond and it goes, the ripples come out of it, you know, the waves. You've seen ocean waves, right? Okay, well look at this. This is actually making a sound. You can't hear it because it's so low, very low. But you know, if you were to tighten it and pull it half across there, we're going to have an accident, though, somebody get hurt. But if we pull it all the way across there and there, and it's very tight, you could start to hear a sound, and you know, a little bit higher and higher. Just like you pull a string, like you saw on a violin or guitar string, and that actually makes a sound. So you see that? That's a sound wave. That's what a sound wave looks like, and it travels. Isn't that cool? How cool is that? So there's your science lesson today. That what is it again that makes plants grow besides sunlight and water and all those things? Seeds and soil. What else? Somebody else can tell us? Yes.
Sound waves.
Sound waves, not the music itself. Okay, the sound waves. That's good. Let's give them all a round of applause. Y'all did a great job. Volunteers. Now, I am going to ask and you can give these to the teachers. Who were the 4 lucky people that had their birthday? Stand up. Just the people that had their 4 birthdays. The 4 people that were in the March birthdays. Okay, who was number 1? Who does say was 1?
Yep, right.
Who's
number 2?
Okay, hold on. Would you give that to him? Number 1's right here. You can just don't truck over the cord, please. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
that'll
hand
be the
it
end
to
of
him.
that trip.
And you're going to have to water that, and that'll get better. That'll grow stronger and bigger.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
who's number 2? Can you take that over, please? And who is number 3? Who was number 3 on the Which one?
Raise your hand.
Right here or here? Here? Okay. So can you give that to right there? And then the person is number 4, and this is gigantic. You'll have to give this to your teacher too.
Corey, here you go. I'll hold it.
Okay, yeah, anyway, you get this. This is yours right here. And have fun with it. Enjoy it. Take care of your plants. So everybody else can have a seat, and we can turn the sunlight off here. I'm gonna put these back. Thank you. Sorry. All right. So, listen. Now, I want to thank Mr. Scott. I want to thank Miss Wanda and the Public Library, Victoria Public Library, for inviting me. I want to thank the teachers here. You did a wonderful job. The students, you're excellent, outstanding students. And I want to thank my sister again here for helping, Roberta. I want to thank Scott, Mr. Scott Osmond, and anybody else that I may have left out. I came all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. Does anybody know where Nashville, Tennessee is? I live there.
Yeah.
Yes. Long ways away. And I've been to 10 libraries. This is the 10th library that I've been to.
Been a
this
busy
week.
boy.
Yeah. So I've been here before. You remember that, yeah. Do you remember which one I did?
Yeah.
Which one?
The shrinking violin.
Violin, you remember that? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Very good.
Now, I want to see if there's anybody has any questions they want to ask me. And it has to be who, what, where, why, when, and how. It cannot be, I played with my bicycle today, or I played on the playground. I love that, but I want to know who, what, where, why, when, and how. Okay. So, let's go right over here first. Grow? Okay, somebody asked me that question at Red School. What it does is when the sound waves travel, they hit the plant, they go reach into the plant. The plant has cells and things like that, right? Pores and cells. It reaches it, listen, it reaches it like sun waves, sun rays goes, and they actually they go inside the plant. So they go into the cells of the plant, and we call it stimulating them to make them grow. That's how it works. It's a big word, yes. What's that?
How did you make the book?
How did I make a book? Okay. That's a good question. It's a true story. Listen to this. I have students, and my students a couple years ago were getting kind of bored and not wanting to practice and play. So I played a little experiment on them with her. And I said, I did just like Mr. Jones. I gave them seeds, random seeds. I didn't really know what were in there. And I put seeds in. That was before the magical musical plant seeds. And I put them in there, and I told them to go home and water them and play for them, practice, and give them sunlight. Well, some of them did, and they wrote them down in a little log, like a log, a little practice log, and each one would practice. And some of them came back with beautiful plants, and guess what some of them did? They left them in the back of the roof. They forgot about them. They all drew, they got it. So that's how I got it, yes.
Hey, Mr. Thornton, I have an idea. Somebody asked about sound, about sound waves. You guys know what this is?
A ruler.
Right? It's a ruler. It's going to tell you if you show up at sound waves, vibrations. Hear that? Kind of a low sound, right? And watch when you move it up. Is that getting higher? Guess which sound
That's a good
plants
idea.
like? The sleepy sound or...
You probably heard some of those things in cartoons too, right? Everybody cartoons?
Yeah.
Cartoons. Okay, a couple more questions and then we'll let you go. You tell me how many questions we can do in the deal. Teacher. Okay, the teacher, you need to tell me how many I need to do more. Okay, 3 or 4 more. Okay.
Have to be finished.
What is it?
Do you really have to use instruments to make them grow? 'Cause I don't have one.
Well, I guess you could sing to them or speak to them, talk to them, I guess, Because did you know listen, the voice is an instrument too. So when we speak or sing, yes. Anybody else have back here, way over here? Let's listen so we can hear that person. Listen. Yes. Speak up. Yeah, you can do that with your parent. That'd be cool to me to try and see what it works out. Yes, back here it is. How do I write books? Well, that's a very good question. Okay, so listen. You want to hear how? Listen.
Yeah.
Because some of you said you write books, so you want to hear how you do it. First of all, I come up with the idea, which was the magical musical plants, amazing magical musical plants, and that was the story idea and the title. Then I start writing down the story on a piece of paper or on my iPad or a computer, and then I keep working on it until I get it really, really good where I really like the story, and then, which is called editing, and then I contact the person that draws, which is called an illustrator, and then she does the drawings for me, and we put it together, and I send it to a publisher who publishes my book, and then it's sold everywhere in the world. Right. So, yes.
Is writing a book hard?
It can be very hard. Yeah. It can be easy, it can be hard. It depends on if you have a great idea, yes. Yeah, talk loud, yeah. What is it?
When did you make that book?
When did I write this book? I wrote this book probably around, when I finished it was the end of the summer, last summer. Yeah, but I had to send it to the publisher. The publisher had to say, yes, I love it, or I don't like it. He loved it, and he thought it was a great idea, and then he decided to publish it, yes. Yes.
How did you make the cover?
How to make a cover? Well, I didn't do that. See, all I did was, the publisher did that. The publisher put the cover together and asked me if I liked it or not. And I said, yeah, I love it. So, do you like it? Is it pretty? Pretty cool. Okay, now I have bookmarks for people. Free bookmarks, and I also have candy.
Ooh, candy and bookmarks, I'll tell ya.
So, and I've had a wonderful time. I've had a great time with you. Everything. I need to get a count, I guess. I need to get a count from the teachers as far as how many of each thing, you know. 60, 67. That's easy to remember. You had something? Yes. I would encourage. What's it say? I can't hear you. I have to talk to them. Oh, okay. Okay. Listen, if you want to write a book, if there's something you want to do, I suggest you go out and do it and have fun with it. Don't let anybody laugh at you or stop you and say you can't do that. Because you can. You can do that. You can do it. And you'll have fun with it. And that's all my
Maybe
little
that's something you might be able to add on Mr. Klein's website. When you go to the website, he tells you ideas about maybe writing a book or making music. If you got any neat idea, you get him to do it.
And if you want the book, you're not obligated to buy the book, but if you like the book, you think you like the book, or any of my books, you can ask your parents or your guardians or grandparents or whoever they are. You can ask them to check out one of my books, look at one of the books and see if you'd like to get one, because they're available everywhere. Amazon, Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, yes.
I'm gonna get one for you.
Awesome.
I was thinking about, since you already said that, I was thinking about getting one because I have an Amazon Fire tablet and I can go on.
Yeah, you have.
There we go.
If you have Amazon Prime or one of those, you can get all that. Yeah.
You'll love the website.
You write for some books? That's awesome. Well, you keep up the good work. Keep on writing. Wait, I can't hear. Yes. Okay. Well, then make some time for it. Go back and say, okay, Mom, I need to write. I need to draw some pictures. Start working. Or find somebody that can draw pictures. Okay. Well, we've got to start wrapping this because I know you've got to get back to what's it. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You need to be quiet and listen as he finishes up, please.
And if they need to make. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Let's wrap it up.
There should be, but I don't know if you have enough.
And Peter, do not open this. Put it in your pocket. As soon as you get it, line up.
Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay, boys.
So did everybody have fun with Mr. Klein today? Did they? Are you gonna make your plants grow? Do you make your musical plants grow? Yes, that's right. There we go. Thank you, Thornton. Thank you.